how you can identify golden batch profiles and extract meaningful KPIs for modeling results in 2 minutes. Now let's load the data from an operational data source like the Viva Pi system. Now here you can see the variable overview and can extract the batches even if they have a different duration. So for this, let's just mark the beginning and the end of the batch phase that we want to analyze based on the process data. Here you see our pattern search now extracted other batches. And now let's adjust the similarity threshold to really make sure you get all the batches. And as you see here, the batch curves really have different durations. And in order to now correlate them with yield, you could now visualize the yield by color, for example, or even better, see the trend of yield in a chart next to the batch profiles. So for this, simply select points to inspect corresponding batch curves. Actually, these visualization options here make it quite easy to inspect two process variables at the same time. Now let's select, for example, the temperature and the pressure tags, either see their profiles over time or plot the two variables against each other. This visualization works really well for batches with different durations because it doesn't display the time. And this plot makes it easy to spot batches with distinct combinations of process values. So for example, there is a cluster of batches with temperatures around 20 degrees for pressure values between 1 and 2, no matter really how quickly it happened during the batch. And also in this plot, you can select batches and correlate them with KPIs such as the yield shown next to it. Here you can see the selected batches have rather low values of yield. So now, to analyze correlations, define any number of KPIs from the batch curves. So for example, let's define a new variable as the temperature after 4 hours. These KPI variables can be now used for analysis and advanced modeling. For this, we can now simply do a linear regression analysis. And actually the plot also really confirms the correlation. This could be, for example, an important insight for process optimization. And later, we can also come up with a regular report about how our process is doing. So for this, we first set up a reference based on the batches with high yield and call them obviously golden batch. This now shows the reference batches in a different color. And here they are now next to each other, which allows actually to finally compare them to the most recent 3 days of production, a label that we also have here in the red color. So now if you are curious how much you will gain for your process, just get a free trial above.